Hello peoples, this video is a guide on rogues. The rogue is a melee burst damage class that I believe is the best scaling class in the game, starting from Coercion, and can utilize Lux items very well. Rogues get a lot of their damage from abilities and have short cast timers, so stats and those abilities increase your DPS a lot. And this guide can be useful for new players and not so new. So the first abilities that really help the rogue are Quick Strike, Shadow Strike, and Double Attack. These three abilities are your main DPS abilities because they come up so frequently and they have the shortest cast timers. So you're going to use them all the time. And then towards late game, when you max them out at 50 points, that's good too. And then when you hit Coercion, the best thing to do when you hit Coercion is getting a level 100 or 150 offhand. The heat axes are good. You can find them in Vienna. They're really good at leveling and they have really high base damage, and it's really good for leveling. So yeah, the next thing for rogues, when you hit level 200 for 850,000 gold, you can get a Runic Pendant of Valour Ami. It gives 240 heat attack, or no, 240 damage for heat, 300 attack, and 300 defense. And for 850,000 gold, that's pretty good. It's one of the best Amis in the game, and it's just so simple to get. You just need to farm the gold to get it. Another good thing to get when you're a rogue, when you hit 200, are Runic rings, and also Reaver faction level 4 rings. They're both very good. The Reaver rings give you 150 vit and strength, which is very good if you have 3 of them. And another good thing to get is a Reaper ring. It scales very well. I think that the rogue scales very well from Caro, and also this does too. 15% attack boost plus 30% haste. So if you're not going to use haste offhand level 200, and let's say you use a magic, you'll still have the haste. And also there's an ability every minute or 30 seconds that gives you 100 poison. They're all very good. And if we just talk about offhand rings and Ami, there's also a Reaver bracers that give 1200 health, 100 heat damage, and 700 cunning. It might be 600, I think. It's also good. And you should also worry about armor and weapons. The offhand, you can buy so many offhands that are good, like heat, magic, and the haste one. But if you have a Reaper ring, I'd say just go with a magic or a heat. So then there's endgame. So during endgame, you'll start seeing more things like EDL armor, which is very good for rogue. Also, either Embossed Dagger or EDL main hand are very good. EDL main hand gives about 130 piercing damage and 500 attack, which is better than just DL. And Embossed gives, I think, also 120. But it gives a lot of stats like also attack, heat damage, and dexterity, which is good. And then, for your EDL, it gives the boost, which really helps out with just energy and health. And then for your jewelry, you could get for endgame a BT Ami and a BT Misk. And then prot bracers are also very good. And then I'd say that's towards an endgame build there. I think the best you can get is really DG, then D2 Ami. I think the best bracers right now are Gelobron bracers, and then for rings, I'd say like Oblivion Necro rings are probably some of the best for rogue. They give 1000 dagger, which gives you, I think, like 200 damage, and then each dagger is also an attack, so you get 1000 attack, which is very good, and also 200 damage, which is very good. Some Amis don't even give 200 damage, you know, and you can get 200 damage off one ring. That's very good. And then DG, like full DG, or parts of DG, and that's as bad as endgame as it gets. And then it's also cool having mounts and pets, like the dragons and the phoenixes are pretty OP. And for mounts, just any mount that really goes with your or your class. But for rogues, I'd say either horse or bear are the best. Bear for vet and like sustain, and horse just for pure DPS. It gives strength and dex. Okay, thanks for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed. This is a more in-depth rogue guide with stuff like that. Thanks for watching.